man's starting to believe I'm some prophet angel, bro. No one's supposed to be recording man, audio recording man, or nothing, bro. It seems like every time man gets footage, it's going missing.
No, last time I had you on my show.
No, not that. But
that's your footage.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Still, I get what you mean. But that's what I mean. We didn't. That was an introduction to Broken. You haven't even had a session of Broken. Like, when you get a session of Broken and we talk like how, and hardly even touched on the thing that we talk on in Broken. But if you started talking about that, believe that camera would have turned off a long time ago.
Bro, but I was telling you, man, we're Broken. That should have been. I feel like that should be a podcast, bro.
Yeah,
it should not be a show. That should not be like, because it don't make sense.
How do you feel? How do you feel, Corn?
What about Broken?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that one should be a podcast, because at the same time, you lot are talking about real shit, but that could be spoken about like 24/7 in the sense of like, that's an ongoing conversation. But if you limit it down to, I don't know how long your show is, like an hour or two.
45 minutes, probably.
Bro.
No.
For you, man, that's an introduction, bro. That's just about an introduction for you, man, in my eyes.
Bro, that's all the people need, bro. We've looked at our audience. First of all, we tailor it. We know we can do a podcast. We would love to do a podcast, bro. But unfortunately, the fish that we're fishing for that aren't tuned into podcasts. Go to Scarlet nightclub and go and get them man to tune into a flipping podcast talking about woke shit tomorrow. Unless you have a real conversation with them on that night in the smoking area and get them to tune in, you're fishing for a while, bro. So we've learned that we need to add the visual element. They need to see the people that's talking and stuff. You need to see that we're not false prophets. You need to see, right, alright, cool. You've seen our eyes, for example. You can look and gain that relationship. We've clocked that. So we're going to add that element. Then our guests, we want our guests to be able to come and feature their branding, support their businesses so they get to showcase to the camera everything that they're doing and add visual elements to them showcasing and celebrating themselves, because that's a part of our show, celebrating me. We don't feel like the black community is celebrated enough, so we want people to come on there and solely a part of our show just celebrating them and making them feel good about the things that they're achieving. So you got that part which we feel like the show is, like the visual part is relevant for. And then keeping it in short doses, because we hear there is an audience that for example, maybe what you know what you may get out of a podcast listening to us, but when you're fishing for new fish, like we'll do both maybe in the long term, but right now as introductory sessions to just getting people to kind of, I don't like using the term wake up, but I'll say critically think for themselves. It's just short bursts of quick information that makes you use your own brain. That's all we're here to do right now. Make you question things and go and do your own research about things. That don't need to be a whole podcast at this moment in time. You get it?
No, podcasts don't even have to be an hour. They don't have to be 2 hours. They don't have to be however long. They don't have to be as long as my ones. However, it's just like, it should be, because if you miss your show, like if you miss your radio show, then what sort of thing?
No, we pre-record it on a camera like you and put it out on YouTube.
Like, there you go, that's what I'm saying. At least it's cool. I don't know about the YouTube thing, but at least then it's somewhere. But at least then it's somewhere that cool people can go back to. You get me?
Yeah, of course. We're gonna record it, put it Instagram that allows you to upload on IGTV. You get to put it out on IGTV. We're not here for the money. We'll have cash app data instant wiring out there soon, so to get some support from the people in the future. Not doing it for the money right now. So push the content out on YouTube, put on Instagram so it's accessible. And just have it short and sweet right now, man. You get me?
Man, Legacy said one of the best things to me so far this year, bro. This is the year for content, fam.
Serious.
When he said that, I was just like, it's so true.
Ending anything that we're doing, bro.
100.
It's good stuff, man. And
even while you were talking, I had a rap, sorry, like, my mind, I had something about, like, my mind could go so off. And then while she was talking, I wasn't off it, I started thinking about, Ross, what am I going to have for lunch tomorrow? No. Like, you was talking, like, you mentioned something about fashion in it, and it's just like, bro, like, there's bare clothing brands, like, people that actually do their own clothing brands, but it's just like, more time, it's just like, obviously, like, they struggle to actually be able to showcase it, sort of thing. And obviously, I'm not like hustling, it's hard. And, you know, when you're inside, when starting up a business or when trying to run a business, if you ain't got love for it, like, you are fairly more likely to quit still. Because like, when starting something, you're going to put your whole passion into it. But what I was going to say is, well, like, imagine like a fashion show. So like a fashion show where, I don't know, like you get, 10 people that have built their own clothing brands, excluding your one. And it's just like,
Let that slide, cause I'll be running there, but you don't know this thing.
Serious, but no, man, like, I don't know, like, if like the man don't want to do the catwalks themselves or anything, walk down the aisle, but man, there's something like that, it's just like, rah.
It's real. You see the first event I think about this, the talent show in West Croydon, shout out Mordecai Clothing, for example, to Sean was modelling Mordecai's clothing that day. So we had a little talent show segment where he had models of like, some was like his young boys like knee high and some was grown women and that, men, and to Sean and that modelled the clothes, walked out, did the catwalk thing, went back in. You get me? These are true ideas, bro. But that's the thing, why is stuff like that not happening? That's the question. You get it? Because that works.
Actually getting it done, the store.
Do you get me? It's about it, and if they're not doing it for us, then we've got to do it exactly like what you just said. So that can work right about now. Getting 10 clothing designers taking out a little hall or something like that, selling tickets. You get me? And then people get to showcase a new collection or something that's tangible. It can get done, and it's a full stop at the end of that. But it's just I find that taking a responsibility to do it and all the organisation when it's not funded and you're not getting paid for it, it's like people don't. It's long sometimes, bro. Especially you've got too much shit on your own plate to deal with. You get, and it's understandable at this moment in time. But I feel like that's why what we're doing right now is so much needed. And I feel like I don't have an ego or nothing, but I'm growing in so much confidence in my team now because I don't see nothing other than what we're doing right now working. I'll be so real. I'm not seeing people able to speak to youths and engage with them and change them, or even have them come into our events and respecting the thing. Like you seen the odd little fight or something kick off, but nothing mad has happened at none of our events. And that we've been to some mad events where things go on. You get it?
Boy.
The respect levels and stuff is still there. Do you get me? And I'm not talking about just Percy or myself. Stands to Sean up there. You get me? All the madam's energy is different. So I'm saying between all of us, raw. If you come through heavy on this thing and say, we're on this positive thing on, we're pushing forward like a branding of you can actually do it if you put your mind to it, and we don't condone the fuckeries in this area because there's already too much fuckeries out there. If you want fuckeries, just there's bare fuckeries out there for you to get involved with, innit? Just not these sides. That's what we're saying basically. So I just feel like, bro, there's space for us to grow. 2022 is unity and collaborations, man. Look out for us. Yeah, I mean, Prospect Living's living a life worth living, car. As long as you're involved with all the things, anything that you want to do in your life. Man think that they can't get involved with this or that as bougie. No, if you're working in Tesco and your Tesco job is funding you to be able to pay for your karate lessons because you enjoy doing karate lessons, come and get your tracksuit, G. You're living a life worth living, you get it? You're funding your passion. That's what the brand is about. It's not about having a business, having this role, having this amount of money. Fuck all of that. That's what we come to switch. I know it looks good, you get me, but that's what we come to demolish. It's the fact that you can wear.
So
I thought you had something to say.
No, not to say, bro.
You get me? But yeah, man, you just want to come and change the biases, change the stereotypes, and just have people unprogram this, reprogram their mind in it. You don't need to watch what other men have got. Especially if you man are watching man's bust downs and they don't even actually want to bust down, but they just want it because other man's got a bust down.
And that's what do you call it? What, social pressure, man? Like,
exactly. Step out of that, bro.
You don't get pressure to get something you don't want.
Step out of that.
I mean, it's like just trying to fit in, sort of thing.
Wake up.
Because like I swear that's like the conversation I was having last week with Rio about like social pressures and like buying something where it's not even for you. Like you're buying it basically for others to try and fit in. Like it's actually crazy. I feel like social media is actually taking a bad impact on that.
On certain youth's life, it's the truth though. It's the truth, it's taking an impact on a lot of people's lives because they feel like they need something to be valid or for certain camps and like.
I feel like the older you get, yeah, like the less relevant that becomes. So
I'm 18, that's never been relevant to man, I'll be real.
but then that's you in it.
That's just
personally, yeah.
You're like a minority.
Yeah,
mindset. Yeah.
It's not even a minority. There's a lot of people out there, but raw. Let's say your friends now got this, yeah. Your friends getting all the gal. Now you're feeling like raw. Like he just left me alone. Really and truly, he might just have it because he likes it. Cool. Now you're feeling that pressure from him to level up again. You get it? It's people competing against each other as well. That's what social pressure is. Because if no one felt like they're in competition with each other, bro, do you think people be wearing diamond watches? Do you know how much diamonds are worth? People have £1 million watches. You know how stupid that is. Imagine if you get robbed for your £1 million watch. How are you feeling then?
Strong still.
Long days.
Cause you went for long.
I swear Uzi got that gem taken out his head.
I think that as well, man.
I know, man.
Oh no, I'm paying for that one.
The man can take something out your forehead. Your what? And that's what I'm saying. Anyone can get it. That's why no one can move invincible. I don't move invincible. No one can. Anyone. That's even in a fist fight. Like even in boxing, I saw someone get taken out that I didn't think they were gonna get taken out. And it's like, bro, like that's why in this life, it's not worth it. And don't let it be too late before you find out, bro. You get me? Cause I've been with man that I thought was on stuff, and then when it gets cracking, they're not.
Bro,
Do you get me?
so like bare time stuff.
Bro, it's like, bro, I'm the one who don't even.
That's
move
what I
like
meant.
that.
That's what I
I'm the
mentioned, fam. Like you get humbled, fam.
big man thing. So that's what I'm saying. It's that some people need to feel in it to learn, and it's just unfortunate if that's the case. But if not, ladies and gentlemen, 2022, we're stepping up though, man. You get me? I think we are the change you've been waiting for. And like we said, competition, man, them need to understand competition is not unhealthy completely, you get me? Like if there's another man doing a radio show and he sees you as competition, if it's healthy competition and it's raw, he sees you've integrated a new backdrop or something, he gets an idea to do a backdrop, but he's still bigging up, like, right, I like that you did a backdrop, now I've got mine, you get it? They don't need to, man, them on this keke thing, literally, that's all I can say, excuse the terminology, but so you don't need to down, man don't need to down you to feel up. That's what man need to really realise. It's like, I thrive off seeing you look good. Now I want to look better. That's not even the case, but I want to look better or upgrade, and then you want to look better and upgrade, and I want to look better. It's not, man wants to say, oh, you look shit, or oh, that's dead.
No, but you're doing it for yourself at the same time.
You get me? That's dead, bro. Like,
And there's nothing wrong with that. When you said that, if it's healthy, it's healthy. You get me?
It's when it becomes unhealthy, that's the problem in my opinion anyways.
Yeah, toxic, but that's when communication barriers is in their hidden agendas. If there's certain things, if everyone just communicated, if you did something, if I spoke with a certain tone of voice that you didn't like, and you just showed me raw, maybe not on camera or something, but after you just said raw, when you said what you said the other day, you know I didn't like that, rather than moving a certain type of way with me, for example. That's communication, bro. People don't do that.
Egos go a long way, bro.
Too far.
Like, where it's just like, bro, it's not even that deep. Like, when you accidentally step on the next man's shoe in that club, boy.
Or man, not my, no. Yeah, my Saturday shoe, you better say sorry fast, man.
No, like saying sorry, but the one is just like, no, but you still don't, bro. What more do you want me to do, fam?
What to the club, yeah. No,
what more do you want me to be doing, fam?
Like, I'm prepared for my books to get trodden on if I wear them to the club. I'm not gonna change my attitude, but you see, man like that, that's because they're invested into their books. They're likely not really living the life of living. Like they worship the books. Do you get it? That's one of their idols. Like because my man had it, and they think that's what their access to gyal now, or their access to attention. Do you get it? Man knows my access to it. My tension is the fact that man's got talents, and that when I speak, people can listen. It's fuck all of this, bro. Like I don't give a dash.
Yeah, you're talking about talents as well. Do you know what I like about this pandemic? Yeah, I like how it gave a lot of people opportunity to actually. 100%. When I'm seeing like people do whatever new businesses, I'm seeing different clothing lines, people starting to do music, people what do you call it, ladies and cosmetics, hair business. I'm just like like that is actually definitely. I thought that's probably been like the most impressive thing I've seen throughout the pandemic stuff.
What's the best business you've seen? What's the best business that you've seen a girl have at like our age? That's a question I want to leave you here before.
Bro, that's kind of strange, man. Like, you know what? I don't know if it's whether it's the best year. I'll say the one girl that I was seeing in it, cause she had her hair paid. I mean, yeah, she was doing hair in it, but then like it was just
hair
business. And there was a case of cool, like the Instagram page hadn't been touched in however long.
Okay.
She was still doing it, but it was here and there. Yeah, like literally. And then eventually one day, like we had a conversation. I said, no, you need to step up, bro. I think I said, bro, by the end of this month, like I want to see some change, bro. She took it to some next level in a few days. That was just like, what? She's dropping content on the page, like. And it's actually good content as well. I was like, rah.
But you still got rid of that.
Huh?
But you still got rid of that.
No, but it's not get rid. Some certain things just don't work out, fam.
Yeah, fair.
Not everything has to be bad blood, fam. Like,
Mate, it's true.
Well, what about you, man? The best businesses that you might have seen.
Boy. You know, you know what, the other day I met some girl who had P1 security, she had her own security firm. I did like that still, that highlighted to man.
That's impressive, fam.
I like that still.
I want to shout out my cousin still. My cousin does hair and that, and she's good at it still. Yeah, my cousin Monique, man. Shout out to her because she does my hair. Obviously today it's
When
you see man at City Hall, you see.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. You know what it is. But yeah. Her business is solid still. I respect it.
Do you know the socials? You want to put that out?
No, I wish I did. That's the worst part, you know. But listen, shout K's on Snapchat and I'll give you that. That's only for my cousin's socials. Please don't talk to me. I'm anti-social. I'm here trying to make money in it.
I'm for 13.
Yeah.
Man. Yes, honest opportunity thing and that's it, boy. Till the job's done, boy.
Yeah, man.
No, easy.
Wait, so have people ever tried to come to you for opportunities, or like people like want to reach out to you?
People come for opportunities, but we can always talk. We can always talk business if it's beneficial. You get it? Especially, it doesn't even have to be beneficial to me. It can be beneficial to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Does it get me? I want to see my people win too. It's not about money.
Yeah,
So it's like if it's beneficial to you and we maybe have an opportunity there for you, we can make that work, innit?
I hear that from me, but just don't waste my time. So, cause me, I'm always down to help people. Like, you don't bother me. You get
It's
me?
bare time wasters. That's the issue.
That's what, like, if you're not serious yourself.
You don't get time back, bro. That's the one thing you don't get back.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's the worst thing. Like, especially like when you go out your way to reach out to people to try and get something, cracking or something. Cause if someone's reached out to me and like, I want to help for opportunity, I might not be the best person to actually come to. But if I know you, man, I want to shout you, man, innit? And then these times now, it's like, no, I'm good still. And then it's like, alright, you man's trying to get shit cracking. I'm like, alright, cool. Get back to this person. They're not even ready yet. They're not even serious. Now I'm wasting, not even just my time, I'm wasting you man's time. And it's like, nah, man. Some people just need to, like, just get serious, you get me? But damn, no, but this music thing, I'm liking what's actually kind of what's going on right now, I'm not gonna lie. Cause like when I actually just see, like for me, like the funniest thing is when I first started on top, the main thing I was saying, well, they like send me songs, but originally I was saying, well, don't send me drill. Like, of the negative.
Why did you say that? Oh, because of the message?
Like the negative vibes behind it. But then eventually I started to like, nah, like at the same time these are certain man's outlets, innit? Like, and it's not everything gang related. It's not everything road. Obviously, anything that's gang related, nah, like just don't send it to me still. Like,
some people are just talking about their life and they're letting you know how it is to get it.
Nah, true. But if I'm hearing like stuff about, well, but I'm gonna do
It's not I'm gonna do your madness. Leave that.
It was something like those kind of ones, respectfully, nah. But these times, nah, if you're talking about like your real shit, it's just like, I feel like
I hear that.
that's something that I learned along the way. It was like, nah, this is literally just your outlet. Like, send it to me, bro.
Keep it though. People do drill, and it's like music is the biggest form of self-incrimination that I'm seeing.
That's another form. That's another dumb form of it still, which I don't get.
Buy that. Come on now.
I really don't think people like a lot of people realise what they're actually putting out there.
Yeah, well, you're putting that out there to the youth as well. That's the worst part. And now youth are found. There was a case the other day. There was a famous case in England where one white youth stabbed up another white youth. They went to private schools, but they're feeling influenced by certain things. And it's like, come on now. You're putting that out there to kids that are vulnerable. And the internet's a big thing. Do you get it? It's in everyone's face 24/7. You're on your phone or you're on your
You're gonna see content, content.
So there needs to be ways to monitor, not even like just keep it away from the kids. To get it.
But then how though? Because like the internet, like
I don't
it's easy
know.
to find everything.
That's the thing. It's easy to find anything. So I don't even know how that would work.
Because even with whatever age restricted like websites. Even with age restricted, like, alright, cool, like, even with my videos, for example,
it sounds good, but really and truly, there's no
censorship like China.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I don't believe in censorship either. So there's that. There's no way. It's a bit.
Exactly.
No, it's tricky because even with my shows, alright, cool. Like with certain ones, I put it's not for kids, 18 plus 10.
Yeah, but
these times now you can lie about the age, and like, bro, I was born in 98, fam. Like I don't know. These times now, what? You're what?
I don't think they like it, but I think what you lot say about taking social media away from young people, how do you feel about that? I don't know, fam.
You know,
I feel about it.
I don't say that as a myth yet, but since it's such a big part, like, bro, deep it, like, there are fully kids with phones with our kind of phones, bro.
But that's the thing. Back in the day,
Only
when
'cause
we
we
had
made it
social
like
media,
that, that's what I'm saying.
like when social media was the first thing, like raw. When I was a kid, it was Facebook, innit?
Yeah.
It was like raw. You maybe make a Facebook, and that was if you had an email. Them times emails were hard to get.
Facebook was why I got an email, fam. That's why I got an email, was because of Facebook, fam.
And that's literally what it was. But it's different now. Now everything's easy to access.
No, to take away social media, like, cause I feel like, yeah, cool. Cause like, these are the social medias that we had. Cause, like, cool.
Or BBM, you had Insta.
Exactly, but then, like, these were, like, different.
Even still, Insta was kind of new.
Yeah, Insta.
No,
was
it's
the first version.
definitely. But it's a case of, like, cool, these were socials that was coming. These are socials that come every now and again, sort of thing. Like, we got the Facebook thing. Which, don't forget, this was a period of time when, with Facebook, that was, you had to go on your actual computer and actually sign on, do what you wanted to do, and then keep it separate. It wasn't a phone thing. But everything is on your phone, bro. So it's a case of, right, cool, from Facebook, then went to BBM, then I guess Insta became the new thing, then Snapchat. Bro, now, whoever, like, let me say the current 14-year-olds, they have, like, it's already there, like, you got the Snap, you got the Insta, you got the Twitters, TikTok, like, bruv, it's already there.
That's what I said.
If you confiscate
we let it get like that, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
We talk about if we confiscate it, then we're taking about something
I feel
that
like
we gave them.
As bad as it sounds, I feel like they'll go mad still.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna go mad.
They'll have withdrawal symptoms, don't get it twisted.
It's gonna get mad, bro, because I remember, I feel it was like, when I was 14, 15, I remember my dad taking my phone away for like a month, innit?
But cool, put it this way, for example, cool. I'm sure, yeah, there's studies showing TikTok is making young people's attention spans mad short. Because if your video or whatever information or content you introduce them to is not interested within the first few seconds, they're swiping. Just like they do in TikTok, swipe, yeah? Cool, there's a study that's showing that.
No, I agree.
So now then what, as a nation then, for example, if that is the impact that it's having on the youths, do we then ban this app to stop their attention span from getting rodded, or do we just let them have it because we're not getting censorship and freedom?
I feel like we're far too deep in to really change it like that. Because even when I'm, as bad as it sounds, yeah.
There's the pros and cons, innit?
Well, because literally from when I'm hearing, like even like the English, I don't know if it's language or literature, I can't remember the difference is, but when I'm hearing like even from the way how they're writing, fam, it's as if like they're texting. I'm just like, wait, what?
What do you mean?
Bro, like they start cancelling like certain words that they can use inside whatever school works, innit? Like I don't know if it's like an official law or whatever, but I know that like a school or whatever banned the word like.
Oh, banned the word like? Oh.
Because deep how frequently we say it while I'm talking.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you mean though.
Yeah,
repetitive.
Exactly. Like you, as in like you actually judge like the letter U instead of Y-O-U.
Or they're making you say you with the letter U instead of Y-U.
No, that's what they're doing. Like, that's what the kids are doing.
Instead in school, yeah.
And it's just like, bruv. But when I heard, right, like they even had to ban the word I'm just thinking, why the fuck are you writing that down, bro? Like, if I heard my child was like UMM on paper, I'm just like, nah.
Nah.
You get me? But then it's just like, and even also, cool, when we was in school, yeah, if you struggle to find like know words, cool, you either ask the teacher, you look inside the dictionary or whatever. Deep it, yeah. That was our way of learning it. Now, bro, deep with phones, you're used to autocorrect. You get me? So if you're misspelling a word, right, like it'll just change it for you. You get me? So you're not really using your brain like that.
Yeah, you're not taking that in really and truly.
So I feel like this next generation is a little bit techie still. But you can't fully really blame them because it's just like...
Yeah, it's us who's doing it and not changing it.
No, but then what can we do? What could we have even done?
Really, right now, if we want to change things back to normal,
What is
someone needs, like as in what we once knew.
Which is what, because don't forget, from what we know, it's different to what our parents
Yeah,
knew.
but I
innit?
said
And then-
from what once we knew. I said from what we knew.
Ah, cool.
Like our 017-ish kind of times or 015-ish. Really and truly, you kind of need to just blow up all the cell towers. All the 5G towers and all the cell towers need to go, so that all the TVs and the go and no one can see stuff, and all of a sudden everyone's going to step out of hypnosis from the TV and relying on government and the TV to find out what to do next. And they're going to have to start critically thinking for themselves. And when they critically think, you're going to have to start networking. And when you start networking, you're going to start finding like-minded individuals, start building your community, and I think we can go from there. But I feel like whilst the TV's still up and whilst I go home, guaranteed they're
No, but then what you
Russia
believe,
and
but then
Ukraine
it's what you
midnight
choose to believe from the TV, bro.
But it's still in front of me,
It's
bro.
believe what you like.
It's a
It's
distraction.
still in front of me,
innit?
though.
Imagine you go work, you come back, you watch the TV, you're distracted from what's really going on in your life, you get it? Whereas if you have that little bit of extra time, you might start critically thinking, you get it? Like,
So spending time, you might be eating with your kids in front of you, asking your kids how was their day. But you're putting on Family Guy act, you're putting on Everybody Loves Raymond act, you get me act.
Yeah.
So these are things that we don't deep it, but come on, bro. Like we actually have to wake up and think, really and truly, if that stuff weren't there, all of a sudden you're back to sit like mafia style, sitting around the family and actually talking about how was your day-to-day, hun. When's the last time man is asking how was their day-to-day, hun? Come on, bro. This generation, bro. Come on now, bro. No one ain't asking that, fam. It's what you doing tonight? Cocktails, drink, and then hotel. That's it. That's this gen for you, boy. But yeah, man. I think, to be honest with you, like I said, take out the cons, get people to critically think for themselves, and then when people need to critically think, some will realise that maybe they're not so good at critically thinking, so they'll look for a good leader. And that's when the good leaders can start to rise up and start to lead this community in the direction it should head in, man.
So is that your way of picking up yourself?
No. I don't even think I want that position, if I'm honest with you. Too much responsibility, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, so who wants it? But then, so who?
The leaders are gonna rise. They get me. Everyone came here with talents and capabilities, bro. Some people are here with that soul contract to come and lead this nation into the next gen. When people start to look for that leader, maybe they can make themselves a bit more apparent. But right now, while everyone's so distracted, what incentive is there for my man? If my man kicked that, they killed Jesus, don't forget that, bro. My man was the fucking redemption act, and they fucking put him on the cross. Excuse my language and that, but if you deep it, my man came and healed people and they put him on the cross, bro. So I'm not expecting all of this good work that we're doing to be praised and everyone say hallelujah, this is great. I'm expecting to get shit thrown at me, him, you. I'm expecting to face barriers, do you get it? But at the end of the day, people need to kind of understand that they made the mistake of killing the saviour once. Understand that the people that are doing good are the saviours, innit? Kind of help them, not let them struggle and then they end up changing to be just like you. You get me? So yeah, and make sure you keep tuning into Ty Gibz' show. Each and every week, giving opportunities for people like us to talk. How would you have known about us today if you weren't here, man? Live and direct.
Right, so would you like to stay out what projects like, or anything that you got coming up? Or future plans or anything like that?
Kicking off with the music, man. Before, not too long ago, people didn't know I was the Panther. Unless you knew me, you didn't know I was him in it. There was two different personas, but I publicly came out on LinkedIn and in front of my business clients and stuff that I am him. Because usually he scares away business. If you're a man in a suit, you might get scared and not, I don't want to invest in this. Understandable. But I come out, I'm doing music now, man, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to spread the message of love, positivity and hope. And involve my people. Like music, I can't really involve bro in all my meetings, for example, but if we're shooting a music video or something like that, you get me, man, can show the lifestyle, you get me, and show what we're doing, have some fun with it and get creative and just make some memories. Yeah, that's what we're here on earth to do, create memories. So yeah, that's what we're looking out for. Prospect Panther, the Prospect Panther on YouTube. New song coming out soon, no pretend, look out for that. Keep listening to my YouTube track on Instagram. And yeah, bro, dab them up with something, man. How you feeling like?
Listen, all I can say is Prospect's got time coming.
Is it always